Hello, this is Ellis Fontana,
And AJ Boland.
and we are here to talk about the Peanuts movie that we saw Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. AJ, what'd you think?
I'm a big Peanuts fan, and I did not like this movie at all. It kind of seemed like they were just going through the motions. Seemed like everyone's first line of dialogue was just his or her catchphrase, like the girl with the naturally curly hair and Great Pumpkin and all that stuff.
Right. I know, when I was watching it, I got the impression that someone who did watch the Peanuts would be the kind of person who'd like this, because I never really watched the Peanuts when I was a kid. So I, there's a lot of, I guess, humor I didn't really get. I mean, I got the jokes enough, like, oh, he's the dirty kid.
Charlie Brown can't kick a football.
Yeah.
That timeless gag.
Yeah. All that kind of stuff. So I mean, I got those, but like, I don't know. I guess to a 17-year-old,
Yeah.
that never really watched Peanuts.
This was definitely a movie for very, very little kids. It's not...
Right, and...
It's not horrible. There's nothing bad. It's just it doesn't do anything new.
Right, and yeah, no, for little kids, like when we watched it, the theater was absolutely packed.
Yeah.
All of them was parents with their kids.
Yeah.
And you hear like the occasional parent go like, oh,
Yeah.
like I remember watching that. But most of the time it was just kids kind of laughing.
Yeah. Snoopy's being goofy. That whole subplot about Snoopy and the Red Baron that went on.
Right.
For like
they just kept on going. And I got what they were doing. It was like mirroring the actual plot. It's like, oh, he's trying to save her. Or he's going after her. But it's just like, it was so boring.
Yeah. It was kind of, if you only knew Peanuts from like a base level, like you just know the gags and the main stereotypes of the characters, like Schroeder really likes Beethoven, Lucy is the bossy Charlie Brown can't win. That's what you get. But when I like Peanuts, what I like it for is that everyone, like, they don't talk down to the kids. There's never like dumb Smurfs level humor. It's always Linus will say something really deep and philosophical or something, and Charlie Brown will get made fun of constantly, and in the end he won't end up winning. It's just life sucks.
Should we put a spoiler alert for the Peanuts movie?
I don't think anyone cares.
Alright. If you do care, then whatever.
If you've seen any Peanuts special ever, you've seen this movie.
That's true. There's really only like one real spoiler, and that is Charlie Brown does win in the end.
Yeah.
On a level. Even though his victory drives away in a bus away from him.
His victory is that the girl doesn't think he's a total failure.
Right. Which is nice. It's
a nice little wrap up.
It's a good message for kids, because it's saying like as long as your character is sound, then like you don't have to worry about being a failure.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just an asshole, then screw you.
Yeah. There was a movie from 60s, I think. The first Peanuts movie was A Boy Named Charlie Brown. I haven't seen that in a couple of years. But what I liked about that is it just ends sad. It's Charlie Brown loses the spelling bee, and everyone hates him, and that's life.
Right.
And that was what Charles Schulz went for. He would never talk down to kids. He made it very clear that you are probably going to fail a lot, and life is going to be awful.
Right, yeah. No, it does, and the Peanuts does seem to have this kind of thing. I remember I don't know, I was watching some video, and it was talking about Chuck Jones, the guy who does
Tom and Jerry. Is it
Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tom and Jerry. I think Tom and Jerry are Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they're talking about like the reason why his stuff is so successful despite having so many kind of similar jokes. Or they're talking about Roadrunner in particular. You've probably heard of this. The list of rules for Roadrunner. That is like the coyote can never win. Mm-hmm. He always fails because of his own mistakes.
Yeah.
Roadrunner never goes off the road, except for like a couple examples. I don't know. Roadrunner never tries to fight the coyote. He's always he doesn't even like really realize that anything is happening. He just is running around. And that's like the list of stuff that makes it funny. And the Peanuts seems to do this, except in this movie, they then, at the very end, go against the list.
Yeah.
Where Charlie Brown flies a kite, becomes respected as someone who isn't like a total screw up. And it's like, I mean, I guess that's nice for kids,
Yeah, it's.
but it's kind of like,
I'm not like trying to like trash on it completely because it's not bad. It's just nothing. It's not like the Smurfs. It's not gonna make your kid dumber like Alvin and the Chipmunks or something.
Right. It's a nice movie. It's a very good looking movie.
Oh my, yeah, the animation's really great.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was all drawn.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but no, the animation was like gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the whole movie, just watching it.
I also like that, even though this is one of my complaints, I do like that they kept it simple. There wasn't any, like, modernization. They never rap, like, those
Right.
Alvin and the Chipmunks movies.
Charlie starts, like,
Twerking.
Yeah.
They don't do that stupid thing where they enter the real world, like Smurfs. I don't know, I didn't see Smurfs.
Right. Or Alvin and the Chipmunks, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, they've always been in the real world.
Yeah.
Something else did that, and I think it was really dumb. I can't remember. I think I might be thinking of that one movie, Enchanted.
Oh, yeah, Enchanted,
With
what's her
Amy...
Adams?
Adams, yeah.
Amy Adams, yeah.
I always forget her name. And then a bunch of other people, but whatever. I also noticed it was directed by a guy named Steve Martino.
Yeah.
The Peanuts movie, which I thought was pretty funny. Because I just imagined Steve Martin with like a little sombrero just kind of behind like, yeah, it's all good. just keep all that. But I looked him up and he's the guy, he is the creator of such amazing works such as Ice Age, Continental Drift.
Oh.
And
did he do any of the Dr. Seuss movies? That was like Horton Hears a Who?
He did Horton Hears a Who, and I think he may have done the Lorax.
Alright, that.
So he's like that guy. He's like the kids animated.
He's the
adaptation.
just studio director.
He's the Blue Sky guy.
It's like, hey, we need a guy to fill in the shoes, but not really do anything new or creative.
Right.
Call in Steve Martino.
Yeah, no, he's that kind of guy. Also, I think Blue Sky might be probably the worst big animation studio, because there's DreamWorks, there's Pixar, and then there's Blue Sky.
Yeah.
There might be another one. Bad Robot. I guess could be an animation studio. But I mean, what has Blue Sky done?
They've done Ice Age for sure.
They did
They're
Ice
really
Age.
they're really right in that.
Yeah, there was a
what's his name? Scrat.
Scrat.
God.
I don't even know what he is, but we saw that.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know.
That was the opening short, and then he was also in the logo.
Yeah.
They
I
do
think they're just making it Scrat now with.
Do they do Despicable Me too?
No, that was. I think that was DreamWorks. And then there's Pixar, which is like great.
Yeah. Except for Cars.
Except for Cars and Cars 2. Yeah. I mean, Cars was fine. Cars 2, I didn't even bother watching.
Cars was. That's a story for another time.
It's all right.
I don't like Cars.
It's not WALL-E, it's not The Incredibles, but it's not Ice Age Continental Drift.
I saw the first two Ice Ages, and even as a child, I was like, these are pretty bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. Oh, Steve Martino.
Yeah.
But I would say Peanuts movie is probably his best movie.
Definitely.
Easily. I mean, yeah, it looks nice. It's just really boring at times because it's kind of like the same stuff.
It's just the same gags over and over.
There didn't really seem to be a clear-cut beginning, middle, and end. There's a clear beginning and there's a clear end, but the middle was just like... It didn't feel like a normal middle.
Yeah. What I liked about the old Peanut shorts too is that a lot of it would be like vignettes. Like they'd have Charlie Brown doing something, but then they'd go to a little side story with like Schroeder and Lucy or something. Right. This was pretty much just Charlie Brown and Snoopy the entire time.
Well, that's because Charlie Brown and Snoopy are the most famous characters, most recognizable. And Snoopy's alright, I guess. I mean, Snoopy's humor, I think,
he was
lost
way overused in this movie.
He was very overused.
Yeah.
Also, Yeah, with the whole Red Baron thing, which was nice for like a scene, maybe
Yeah.
two. It's like, oh, okay.
It was fun to see it in like big scale animation for one scene, but then they just kept dragging it
Right,
on and on.
then I think they had like 5 scenes in total of just Snoopy flying around with his doghouse with Woodstock, and then the Red Baron, plane just whizzing around the air, and he was chasing Fifi, that one love interest dog, who's played by Kristen Chenoweth, which doesn't make any
Oh,
sense.
that was her? Oh.
Yeah. I don't know, and it was just like, why are we still on this?
Yeah.
It could have ended 2 minutes ago, but we're still here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be here 20 minutes from now.
Yeah. What else can we trash about a G-rated kids movie not intended for us?
There's one thing that I noticed. Pretty much all the actors except for Kristen Chenoweth were kids.
Yeah, I like that they kept that. That's been
Yeah.
a tradition since the first special.
Yeah, because I was wondering, like, yeah, this is like I'm not familiar with the Peanuts, so I didn't know that it was all voiced by kids all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like watching, it's like, wow, this is good voice work. I wonder who did this. Oh, it's just actual kids.
Yeah, it's not like Alvin and the Chipmunks where they had celebrity voices voice the Chipmunks, but you couldn't even you would never be able to tell.
What would be the point of that? Because then you're just altering it anyway to make.
Yeah, I think Jesse McCartney was one of the Chipmunks. It's like,
really.
yeah, who cares? You can have anyone be the voice of the Chipmunks. It doesn't matter.
You could have a kid be the voice of the Chipmunks and then just speed up their voice.
It's just a cheap excuse to get like celebrity voices.
I really don't like the Chipmunks movie.
No. There's going to be a 4th one.
Is there?
Yeah, we should trash that movie next because intended for our age group, obviously.
Clearly, yeah. We are the sole demographic.
Yeah.
But just the cover, just the title and cover of the 3rd one annoys me so much. It's
Like
Chipwrecked.
Chipwrecked. They got more and more desperate with each sequel pun because the first one was the Squeakquel. I remember that. I was like,
I don't even remember the second one. I don't remember.
It's clever-ish, but then the third one, it's like, all right, you totally just came up with the title first. And I think this one is like the road chip or something.
Really?
Yeah,
it doesn't even make. Oh.
Because they go on a road trip.
Oh.
They definitely thought of the title before they came up with the movie. Those hacks.
That's. Announcements. Yeah, no, that's really dumb. And then they added like female chipmunks, which is just so stupid. It's like
voiced by like Amy Poehler and.
Yeah, it's like, how am I supposed to be attached to female chipmunks?
How am I supposed to be attached to any of the chipmunks?
It feels weird because they're all like.
Yeah, the chipettes.
Yeah, it's like, oh, go away. I really did not like the
Watch those movies if you want to see
like
Jason Lee's career slowly die in front of him.
Is that the guy who?
The guy who plays
the main guy. It's like that human guy.
What's his name? Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, he just yells Alvin in every single trailer.
Because the first movie, it's kind of like he's doing it for a paycheck, and then the second movie, he's written out almost immediately. You can just tell he does not want to be there.
Oh. Yeah.
I haven't seen the third movie though, but I bet he has utter blankness in his eyes.
He's probably like.
He's got the Vietnam
kind of
stare.
killing himself.
Yeah.
Like he's just got a gun. Every scene it gets closer until he just.
After every break, he's just in his trailer sobbing uncontrollably.
Oh, poor guy.
While he hears songs about hula hoops, and he's just like just right now, just.
I feel really bad for actors like that who are stuck in just the worst movies. But I mean, it's not like there's some actors who learn how to like go into bad movie and be like, okay, I'm in a bad movie, I can just goof off.
Yeah.
But there's somewhere like I am just an utter pile of garbage.
It's like this
that's
is what my career was.
supposed to look serious, and I'm not getting out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you imagine what it must feel like to have to sign a contract for 3 Alvin and the Chipmunks movies?
It's like signing away your soul.
It is.
I bet he
Satan
wrote it in blood.
was probably in the conference room.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, yeah, you're mine now. Anyway, the Peanuts movie. Not as bad as Alvin and the Chipmunks.
No, I wouldn't even say it's bad, technically. It's just nothing.
It's just, if you're a teenager, don't go see it.
Yeah, maybe if you're a teenager, don't go see a G-rated movie.
If you are a parent and you have a kid that you need to, like, be entertained for tonight, go watch the Peanuts movie.
Yeah, it won't make them dumber.
Right.
High praise for kids' movies these days.
I mean, yeah, for kids' movie humor, it was actually, like, good.
Yeah.
And you can tell by how many kids aren't laughing. because, you know, it's really easy to just go into cheap, like, poop jokes and stuff. And kids love that, and that's
Go to the Minions for that.
right, and that's nice and all, but, like, it's nice when something like the Peanuts movie actually, like, tries to be clever
Yeah.
or interesting and kind of be nice for both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
So the parent can have a good time. And I feel like there are plenty of parents who had a nice time.
It would, yeah. It would be a good movie to go sit and then just kind of fall asleep. It's a very warm movie.
Yeah, no, I could kind of feel myself.
It was very cozy.
Yeah, no. Although it was not very fun having to look up.
No.
Because how packed the theater was.
I mean, it's a good thing they reserved that entire back row for people that didn't
so
come.
Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although on the plus side, you don't have to worry about people texting in front of you.
True.
I had to deal with that during The Martian.
Oh god.
I was so pissed off. I was so mad. Like, it was like half the movie.
Did they ignore the thing beforehand that tells them to put their phone away?
I don't know, but this lady was just like sitting like right in front of me, and just every, I don't know, like 2 minutes would be like, doesn't even have it on like as low brightness as possible. It's like, oh, do you really need it to be that bright in a dark movie theater? At the very least, at the very minimum, you could make it not bright so it's not glaring into my eyes if I'm trying to watch Matt Damon get off Mars. It was so annoying, and there were, luckily she put it away because I was getting to the point in which I was about to like just kind of go down there. Hey,
Yeah.
put your phone away, you bastard.
Just have an Ellis level freak out.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, me too. So would you recommend the Peanuts movie?
Sure. I don't care.
Yeah.
Watch whatever you want.
Right. That's true.
Watch Alvin and the Chipmunks 4. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, go for it.
Do whatever you like.
Yeah,
I don't
if you're
care.
a little brother.
It's your life.
If you really like the Peanuts, have fun. If you hate the Peanuts, I'm going to go ahead and say this is not your movie.
If you hate the Peanuts, you probably shouldn't go to the Peanuts movie.
No, that's that would be a good idea.
Maybe if you're like a really young kid, go to it. Maybe if you're a 17-year-old,
Right.
probably don't go to it.
Yeah. Some pretty solid advice, I think.
Maybe we should take that advice next time.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Before trashing another movie intended for kids with
Right.
good morals and decent animation.
There was like one point when I was watching, it was like, I could be watching Spectre right now.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll watch it later. Maybe I'll go. No, I can't watch it tonight. I have homework.
Yeah.
That's finals and stuff.
Just. Yeah. Whatever. Movies are dumb.
Maybe that'll be our next podcast.
Whoa.
Whoa! It's called Setting Up for a Sequel. Alright, awesome. Cool.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.